If you are constantly worrying about people, if you are constantly shrinking yourself just to keep other people around you comfortable, if you are constantly saying yes when deep down inside you are screaming no, hold on, then you are probably stuck to the circle of people pleasing. Hello and welcome. This video is your wake-up call. Not to be cold, not to be selfish, but to protect yourself and to become finally free. What really is people pleasing? People pleasing is not kindness. Please, let's throw that in the bin. People pleasing is not kindness. 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 Pick it up and throw it in the bin. People pleasing is fear dressed up, glamorized, caked up as love. That is what people pleasing is. The fear of rejection, fear of being alone, fear of not being enough. It is when you have to say yes because no actually makes you feel guilty. You are overextending, you are overgiving, you are overperforming just so you can be liked, just so you can feel loved. But deep down inside, you are exhausted and you are invisible. People pleasing is self-abandonment. It does not lead to love in any way. It just leads to resentment. That is what people pleasing is going to do for you. Where exactly does people pleasing come from? Let's dig deeper and find out where exactly this thing comes from. Most people learn early in life that love is not given, love is earned. Maybe you were someone who grew up with emotionally unavailable parents. Maybe you were someone where praises only came for you when you were being useful. Maybe you were the fixer in a broken home. And so now your identity is wrapped around the idea of meeting every other person's need, but then you're ignoring your own. You're ignoring the fact that you have needs too. You've been taught that being needed equals being loved. Being needed, being loved. Ew. But the thing that you need to know is that God's love does not work like that. You are loved simply because you exist, and that's on period. Now, how is people pleasing destroying you? People pleasing makes you lose your voice. People pleasing makes you lose your time. People pleasing makes you lose your identity. People pleasing can also make you lose your life. You know what even makes it worse? The very set of people that you're trying to please, the very exact people that you're trying to be all good and everything to, they don't even notice it. They don't even see it. And most times they don't even appreciate it. And this was one of the things that I wanted to really touch on when I was talking about one-sided friendships. I just strongly believe that one thing that will make you stay in a one-sided friendship is the people-pleasing syndrome, PPS. Let's diagnose it. It is what it is. People-pleasing creates relationships that are based on performance and not necessarily connection. And the moment that you stop performing, the moment you tell yourself, you know what, I'm no longer doing this, I'm not going to settle for this, then you start to feel disposable. You were not created to be liked by everyone. You were not created to be liked by everyone, and you should know that. This should sink in. You should accept it and you should normalize it. You were created to walk in truth, and if that truth makes a few people around here and there feel uncomfortable, that's their problem, not yours. Now that we've fully dissected all about what people pleasing is and how it started and its origin and all of that, let us talk about how we can really stop people pleasing for real. Number one, pause before saying yes. You heard me. Pause before you say yes. Ask yourself this question: is this a genuine yes that I want to say to this? Or is this the yes of guilt? Ask yourself that question. And believe me when I tell you, you are allowed to tell that person, hold on, let me get back to you. Because you need to check in with yourself. And when you're done checking in with yourself, then you can get back to the person. Take your time to buy time and build strength. Number two, get comfortable with discomfort. Get comfortable with discomfort. I tell you that some people are not going to like your boundaries. Baby, some people are not going to like your boundaries. Some people are not even going to be comfortable with it. Some people are not even going to be happy with you for having boundaries. Yes, they're not going to be happy with you, and you need to be so comfortable with disappointing them. I'm here to give you bad advice. Get comfortable with disappointing them. Discomfort that you feel when you start to set boundaries, you should never ever ever see it as danger. You should rather see it as growth. You should rather see it as you putting yourself first for the first time in your life. That is how you should see it. So get comfortable with it because you're growing. And as long as you're watching this, it means that you're growing. Now, number three, you need to rewrite your inner narrative. You are not a bad person for choosing to prioritize your peace. You're not a bad person for choosing to choose yourself first. Prioritizing yourself doesn't make you selfish. Yes, it doesn't, because like I've always said it and I will keep saying it, if your cup is not full, do not expect that you can pour into someone else's when yours is not even yet full. Heck, do you even have a cup? You are not mean for telling the truth. You are not a bad person for deciding to rest. Yes, that person who is calling you, oh hey girl, I want to know if you're free, if you can come and babysit my kids this evening, and you had a busy week and you're deciding that you want to rest, and you tell that person no, and the person decides to say whatever they want to say, or they don't even say anything, and they decide to give you a little bit of attitude here and there. You're not a bad person. You need to rest, because God forbid you become unalived. They're not even going to care. They're not even going to notice that you were out here trying to be some superwoman for everybody, or you're trying to be some Barbara the Builder for everybody. Number 4, invite God in. Yes, invite God into the situation. Ask God, who did He call you? Ask God, who have I been trying to impress that you never asked me to impress? Let Him heal you completely. Remember that God did not call you to be a doormat. He called you to be made whole, not to be a doormat to people around. One thing that you should ask yourself, even in the book of Galatians 1:10, you should ask yourself, am I trying to win the approval of humans, or am I trying to win the approval of God? Remember when I said everybody doesn't have to like you, but the only person that you should be concerned about liking you is your Father in heaven. That is the only person that you should even be interested about impressing, and not some mere mortals that are walking around the face of this earth. Ew. Listen to me. You don't need to earn your worth. You do not need to be there for everyone else. You don't need to be everything for everyone. You don't need to be liked or loved. Here's the thing. You are allowed to protect your energy. You are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to say, this isn't serving me anymore. You are allowed to outgrow roles that made you feel needed and not seen. The more you choose your peace over approval, the more you're going to attract the right people in your life. Maybe you were not made to live small. You were made to live honest. Just when I tell you, if you follow at least all of the tips that I've listed on this channel, you're going to repel all of the negative people out of your life and attract the good people, the ones that God have ordained that you should relate with them. I do hope that you found value in all of this, and remember when I tell you that this is a safe space, and I'm always here for you anytime that you need me. Thank you so much for watching. Do well to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment down below, whatever it is that you're thinking, whatever questions that you want to ask. Like I will always say, I do not mind dedicating a video to answering your questions. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.